Not only did WWE have their usual packed episodes of Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, but as the last event before SummerSlam, Money in the Bank started storylines and ended a few. This is Wrestling Hub, and here's what WWE told us on programming this week. Before we get into the rest of the video, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Hub and turn on all notifications to stay up to date with everything in the world of pro wrestling. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Hub Official and follow us on Twitter at Wrestling_Hub.
This is all your fault. And I don't give a damn who they put in my place because they're not as good as me.
Bayley has been absent from TV since July last year with a torn ACL. With a typical recovery time of 9 months to a year, fans have been hoping that she'd return, possibly Money in the Bank, with her even teasing such on Twitter. Instead, after missing the show, she put out a tweet of "Where's Waldo?" and that seemed to be her taking a shot at WWE for not letting her come back. With SummerSlam being the next possible event for Bayley to return, it remains to be seen what's done with her.
If you really want a chance at my title, you know exactly where to find me.
Liv Morgan not only won Money in the Bank, but cashed in her contract that night to become SmackDown Women's Champion. Rousey was in a match with Natalya, one of the better bouts of the night. Rousey forced Natalya to submit, as Morgan cashed in after and defeated her with a roll-up. While fans assumed WWE was unhappy with Ronda, and that's why they were taking the title off of her, that's not the case. According to Rousey's personal photographer, Ronda never asked to be champion, and wanted Morgan to win the title from her. Now, Rousey is expected to challenge Morgan at SummerSlam. However, if this is an indication of things to come along with how she reacted to losing her title to a cash-in, Rousey may not stick around. It's common knowledge Rousey wants to be a heel in WWE. It was not that long ago she left the company, because she was not interested in the schedule. Despite her hugging Liv after the cash-in, the Wrestling Observer noted that the likely plan is for Rousey to beat Morgan at SummerSlam and turn heel. With Rousey's booking being weak, and now without the title, fans have a right to worry. Unless she turns heel in the near future, she might not be sticking around in WWE for too much longer.
And I grabbed this Money in the Bank briefcase and I proved to the world that I can do this all day.
When Money in the Bank began and Theory lost the US title to Lashley, fans thought the superstar's huge push was over. Then Theory went on to suddenly be added to the men's Money in the Bank ladder match thanks to an announcement by Adam Pearce. There he was a key player and became one of the stars most focused on during the bout. He beat up everyone he came across while taking a beating too. However, no one expected him to win the briefcase. Still, Theory went to the top of the ladder and unhooked it. WWE is sending a message about their belief in Theory. With him being part of an online feud with John Cena and even coming face to face with him last week, it's clear the two will have a match down the line. Theory is now with the briefcase and as such can choose a weak moment to cash in on Roman Reigns to become champion. Whether he will do it or not remains to be seen. With the briefcase, WWE is seconds away from making Theory the youngest WWE champion.
Looking for the home run.
Oh, manhandle
Through the table! That's gotta do it.
Manhandle slam through the table.
For the longest time, Becky Lynch has been on a losing streak. She took part in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, but even that was foiled when she was knocked off the ladder by Liv Morgan. Liv won the briefcase, and Lynch snapped yet again, losing it and shouting as she headed to the back. Fans expected that the streak of losses would continue this week. However, on Raw, things changed for the better for the former champion. She faced Asuka in a no-holds-barred match with trash cans, steel chairs, and tables brought into the equation. The bout came to a surprising conclusion when Lynch hit a manhandle slam through a table. Becky celebrated being back in the win column, as it's expected she'll regain confidence and momentum from here.
Now Sheamus looking to eliminate Drew McIntyre. McIntyre, though, has Sheamus caught at the top rope. Corbin's doing this thing, and Corbin now. Corbin eliminates both men.
Sometimes WWE booking decisions don't make sense, but this just felt like a waste of time. That was the case with SmackDown. WWE had a Battle Royal to kick off the show where the winner won nothing. The Battle Royal had Omos, Ezekiel, Madcap Moss, Miz, McIntyre, Sheamus, Corbin, Rollins, Zayn, and Riddle all compete, with Corbin winning in the end. It was thought that if a person who was not a part of Money in the Bank won, they would be added to the bout. All Corbin got was the chance to celebrate. Later in the night, as if WWE had not already hosted a match with all these competitors, they had another bout between Miz, Corbin, Ezekiel, and Moss, with the winner being added to the Money in the Bank match. Corbin didn't win, making his Battle Royal win pointless. Instead, Moss 1 was put in. The Battle Royal was clearly an indication of WWE wanting to waste time, and that's exactly what happened. It took 30 minutes and achieved nothing, telling no stories. It was only later that it was pointed out that AEW had advertised a Royal Rampage, where they would be having a Battle Royal later on in the night, and that was possibly the reason WWE just put on a random Battle Royal as well.
'46 birthday. Yeah.
So say it with me, just like my shoulder was Saturday, Money in the Bank.
For the first time since their main roster debut, it looked like the Street Profits might break up. During SmackDown, they were in a segment with the Usos, saying the Bloodline would be losing their title soon enough. There were hints dropped that Ford and Dawkins were not getting along. These rumors were backed up by Michael Cole, where he said there had been issues between them. The night ended in controversy, with Ford shoulder up when the 3 count took place for the Usos to beat them. For a while now, fans have been talking about Montez Ford as a single star. While he was initially skinnier, Ford has bulked up. With the charisma and the support he has in the ring and from WWE fans, a breakup between the Profits might be coming soon, and it was set up this week.
From Lyons.
Lethal kicks, as we've seen in the past. Got the champ rocking and rolling.
Could have been the knockout blow. Dolan. Come on.
Mandy Rose and Nikkita Lyons faced off on NXT. Rose has been unstoppable as women's champion, but Lyons was dominant in the match against her. She took Rose down and beat her badly, before nearly getting the win after a strong German suplex. Although, after that she was not allowed to complete the match. Not content with distracting Lyons, Dolan and Jane attacked her. Roxanne and Cora Jade made their way out to even the odds, as a feud between the 6 women will likely continue. However, Lyons now has a win over Rose via DQ, and in the coming weeks, Lyons might find herself in the title picture. Given the fan support, she could be the next champion. And these were things WWE told us on programming. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.